Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to the third bonus episode of Dragon Quest VIII. Last time, we investigated this altar in Argonia and made our way through a really long, expansive series of caves. So anyways, off camera, I went back into the cave, and good thing I did, because that last treasure chest that we missed out on, it actually contained a set of liquid metal armor, which I gave to Angelo, so now basically him, Yangus, and Jessica now all have a matching set, essentially. So, anyways, also speaking of Jessica, basically combined that Thanatos shield with some Saints powder, and basically made a Goddess shield. So yeah. Let's go check out this area. Munchie the Wizard!
That gate's a whopper, isn't it? Wonder what's behind it, eh?
Yeah, just Yangus starts pounding on it. Oi, let us in! We went through a long-ass cave! You can't do this to us! I got killed by a chest! I got killed by a guy with an axe! You can't do this to me! I died twice in there!
It won't move an inch. What do we do now?
Well, we can't just turn back. Come on, someone must have a bright idea.
Okay! Where was... Okay, that's something, but where was Munchie when we needed to open doors in the past, basically? Tower X Alexandria, he gives 0 input. I bet that again, Bangers and Mash did that one. Pretty much any door, basically, we could have gotten help with that. Munchie just being able to open doors up.
Welcome to the Dragovian Sanctuary. We Dragovians are capable of existing in 2 forms, human and dragon.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about Dragovians in that one book in the Dark Citadel.
I am Chen Mui, a Dragovian elder. I'll be your guide here. It has been many hundreds of years since humans last set foot within the sanctuary. Your sudden appearance may shock some Dragovians. That is why I would like to accompany you. You may feel uncomfortable at being escorted, but I pray for your understanding in this matter.
I wonder where Munchie's got to anyways. It's weird that he just rolled off when we got here. First times he's done that, eh? So these people are part dragon, part human. How much you want to bet that Chen Mui is Munchie? What? Now that I think about it, you rearrange his name. It is pretty much Munchie. Yeah, this guy's Munchie. I'm calling it. But then again, I mean, it's kind of obvious. I mean, Munchie's not with us. This guy appears and basically, and he doesn't seem shocked by us. So these people are part dragon, part human. They seem fairly normal to me, apart from looking like they're wearing weird earrings. I suppose I expected them to be a bit more overtly abnormal, you know. I mean, nothing else in this place is normal.
And he happened to arrive just when we did? How do you time things so perfectly? Chen Mui looks like a simple man, but I suspect there's more to him than meets the eye.
Yeah, see, Munchie. Yeah, his name is literally Munchie, rearranged. Yeah, mind you with an E, but instead of an I, but still. A Y instead of an E, cannot talk.
I expect the existence of the Dragovian race game as something of surprise. Yes, I quite understand. Life is full of surprises for my part. I never expect the humans to find their way through the labyrinth to the sanctuary.
What's this? What happened? The sanctuary wasn't like this when I left.
What, you mean deserted? I had hoped that these Dragovians would be quite special, but something about their name, but they're really a bit of a sorry bunch, really. I wish we hadn't bothered coming all this way now.
By the way, doesn't something about Chen Mui strike you a bit, I don't know, odd? He says he's here to show us around the village, but it sounds like he's been away for a really long time.
It's strange, but I don't feel like we only just met that Chen Mui bloke. Okay, mini medal.
All of us, young and old, are slowly losing our life force, our very will to live. Once my father walked tall and proud, now look at me so weak he can no longer stand. What have we done to deserve this, and who would have foreseen the tragedy that would befall our lord?
And now we're robbing your house. Yeah, Chen Mui has zero issue with us just robbing this house. Stealing their saints' ashes. Okay, nice.
Humans, what are they doing here? If only I had the strength to turn into my dragon form, I would scorch them where they stand.
So is that why Raithorn was nervous about the Dragovians? Basically, he knew that they could compete, that they had more hatred in their heart than him. Basically, just no. It was just the racist aspect. Basically, where Raithorn, he's like, look, I may be a dark lord of evil who wishes to destroy this world, but I am not a racist. That's where I draw the line.
I should have expected that even ill health wouldn't quench your hatred of humans.
Master Chen Mui, so you brought these humans into our sanctuary. You traitor. It's ridiculous notions like this that made your daughter commit her offense against our race.
An offense against our race, you say? You haven't changed one bit. Well, there's no sense trying to reason with a stone. Let's leave this stubborn old man to his own devices. Fool or not, it isn't right to antagonize a man on his sickbed.
Yeah, this guy comes in during the final boss fight, basically. I can just imagine this guy trying to fight Raithorn, just attacking with the powers of racism. The Dragovians mastered the dark arts of racism.
Are you humans?
No.
Well, it doesn't matter. We're dying out anyway.
Tell me, what is going on? What in the world happened here?
Ah, Master Chen Mui. I see you have returned to us. You have my sympathies. You've arrived just in time to witness the end of the Dragovian race.
The end of the Dragovians? Things are even worse than they appear. We had better visit the other elders. We must get to the bottom of this.
Normally, any human that dared set foot at the Dragovian Sanctuary would be driven out at once. But now we are too weak to think of such things. The end of the race of Dragovians draws near.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the other guy before. And we didn't talk to him a second time.
I refuse to admit this crisis has anything to do with our attitude towards humans. Humans are bad luck for our people. They always have been, and they always will be. Chen Mui's daughters prove enough of that. They lower property values. Already I feel like my house's value on Zillow is draining. It's draining. The life force of the house is draining. 50 cents. 25 cents. No.
Can we climb up on the roof? Oh, we can't climb up on that just because it's a busted ladder? We can repair that ladder. Yankees can repair that ladder. We'll repair that ladder up nice and well. Get Trode in there. He'll use his alchemy pot. We'll put the ladder in the alchemy pot. It has been many years since I saw a human, and then only a dead one. Did you happen to see a gravestone on your way here? That is where his body was found. That was some 20 years ago. He was a young man and he appeared to be a royalty of some kind. So, wait. So was he found dead? So in that case, basically just... yeah, Clavius just... I want my throne. Bang! Yeah, Elcho ran away. Yeah, he ran away to the afterlife. Yeah, but then again, it was a gravestone, so basically, chances are it wasn't just a dump and chuck, a chuck and dump. Nook grass. Many metal.
The Great Benevolent Goddess welcomes you. Welcomes human and Dragovian alike. How may I help you?
Oh yeah, by the way, off camera, while I was exploring that cave, managed to basically get some level ups from a really lucky metal slime encounter in that passageway area. So in that cave area. So basically, managed to upgrade our spear on our hero. And as for Yangas, we got an ability called Golden Oldies, which basically I didn't dare use because the description of it was just too good. It was too good to just waste on an off-camera debut. Okay, 106,000, 48,000, 50,000, 34,000. Okay, so anyways, here's the ability. Golden Oldies, a multi-hit battle royale from King Trode and friends. So I'm assuming that's basically just some power of friendship sort of thing, where basically just everyone's all attacking, sweeping the enemy, basically. And then basically Trode delivers some final blow with his stick, the stick of fury. That he just throws the alchemy pot, basically. Trode rides down, basically everyone's attacking, and then Trode rides down Medea and just throws the alchemy pot. He just throws that alchemy pot at the enemy, just gives them brain damage. Just gives them the geezer treatment. Okay, there seems to be an item. There's an item shop here, but no weapon or armor.
That path only leads to my house.
So what, we can't rob your house?
No, I don't want you robbing my house. Don't you even think about it. I know what you do in these houses. I've seen you robbing them. No. When we go there, I must find out what happened to the sanctuary. We must go speak with the elders.
Yeah, you just don't want us robbing your house. Yeah, notice how this guy's has a pretty swanky place. Okay, let's see what they got at the item shop.
I'm sorry, but the law of the sanctuary forbids me from doing business with humans. What the heck is with this sanctuary? With special permission from the Council of Elders, it would be possible. For now, I cannot, and I must ask you to leave. Vacate my premises.
Yeah, we'll take your stuff, though. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, we're going to the elders.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah, just no response other than...
I cannot do business with you.
You see, look at this! Chen Mui has a deck, so he has to have some good stuff in his house. Trying to pry us from the opportunity to rob his house. Jessica let us rob her house.
The gates of the sanctuary can only be opened by those of the Dragovian race, so it's a shock to see humans here. Truth be told, I'm glad to see you. Looking back, I think isolating ourselves was the wrong path to take. Just look at us now. If you ask me, our fate was sealed the moment we made the decision to cut our ties with humans.
Yeah, all the more that Munchie is basically this guy.
I've seen you rob houses, and you're not going to rob mine. I just sat by and let it happen because I figured, hey, they're not going to ever rob my house. But how wrong was I?
Master Chen Mui, what a surprise. It has been many years. When did you return?
So, out of curiosity, why are only some of them sick?
Save the pleasantries. You must tell me what is happening here. I apologize. That's a matter for me to discuss with the council elders. Pray, let us pass.
Most honored Chen Mui, you may pass, but I cannot permit the humans to enter the council chamber with you.
What? And how are you going to stop us? Oh, right, turn to dragons. But still, I mean, we have a dragon slayer skill.
We are facing a dire crisis, and you stand on formalities? I will take full responsibility for my guests. Now move out of my way at once.
It appears your mind is made up, Master Chen Mui. In that case, please, enter.
What is this? The Council of Elders is in session.
Ah, if it isn't Chen Mui.
It is. It is indeed. Welcome back to the Council, Chen Mui.
Thank you. But let us save the pleasantries for later. First, tell me how the sanctuary could have fallen into this state.
Ah, yes. I forgot that you left before the ritual was carried out. Very well. Let me tell you how all this came about. Just after you left Chen Mui, the Lord of the Dragovians came to a momentous decision. As of course you know, we Dragovians are both human and dragon. He decided the time had come for us to abandon our human forms once and for all.
What? Preposterous! Does such a ritual really exist?
Our Lord ascended the heavenly dais to test the ritual on himself first. Once it was completed, our Lord became a dragon once and for all. Or so he thought.
In fact, the ritual failed. As you know, it consumes a great deal of energy for us to remain in our dragon forms. The ritual compensated for this by replenishing the energy from the ambient surroundings. In other words, our Lord began to absorb the energy of his fellow Dragovians. We are slowly being consumed by his unending hunger for energy. Thus, the sanctuary has fallen into discord and disarray.
As soon as we realized the ritual had failed, we appeared before the Lord of the Dragovians to plead with him to reverse it. But the ritual appears to have affected his mind as well. In his current state, he cannot be reasoned with.
So, are we gonna have to knock some sense into him?
What now sits upon the heavenly dais is not the Lord of the Dragovians, but a savage, uncontrollable monster. He attacked us. We had no choice but to withdraw.
And soon the sanctuary of the Dragovians will be no more. I can put it no more plainly than that.
I see. It appears terrible events have unfolded during my absence.
Chen Mui, I meant to ask earlier, but who are your companions?
And why are they lowering the value of our council hall? I feel like its value is just dropping steadily.
They appear to be humans, if my eyes do not deceive me. I mean no rebuke. I am simply curious.
Your eyes do not deceive you. These humans intend to confront the Lord of Darkness, Rapthorn.
Indeed. Is he?
There will be time for that later. They plan to confront the Lord of Darkness, you say?
If that is the case, they have arrived at a most fortuitous point in our conversation.
But can we really entrust such an important task to outsiders?
Outsiders? Perhaps you should introduce yourselves to the Council of Elders.
First, we're gonna rob your house.
Why exactly would the Lord of the Dragovians carry out such a dangerous ceremony? He put the lives of his subjects at risk. And even if it wasn't risky, don't you think abandoning your human form would be pretty inconvenient? I just can't understand it.
Some of those elders seem to know a thing or two about you, eh, Gov? Trust you to have people knowing about you even in another world. But then again, is it any surprise? The Gov is all powerful. That is why, Gov, I worship you as my one true God. You are the divine grace, and by aligning myself with you, I will achieve many feats of fortune. Yeah, how much you want to bet that basically Yangus basically attributes to him in Red becoming a thing, basically developing a partnership, all because of basically the hero basically is like, thank you, Gov! I'm gonna name me first kid after you! That or, yeah. I can't help feeling that we're going to get roped into doing something we'd rather not be involved with if we stick around. I'd probably mentioned this before, that my premonitions tend to come true. Let's hope I'm wrong this time. And then Chen Mui, why are you robbing them? Why does this happen? Why are you a freaking thief? Yeah, that guy's probably not gonna let us through. Although we did not participate in the battle against the Lord of Darkness long ago, we are perfectly aware of how powerful Rapthorn is. You are but humans, yet you still choose to face him. It is most impressive.
I never imagined the Lord of the Dragovians would suffer such a fate. Will you restore him to sanity and save the Dragovians
from destruction? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
No matter how we look at it, it is only natural for us Dragovians to exist in both human and dragon form. Our Lord's decision to abandon his human form against all reason is at the root of the tragedy that has befallen us.
Oh, you're Thwomp, are you? My, haven't you grown into such a fine young man?
Yeah, well, what were they? What were they keeping tabs? Like, yeah, Yangus. Oh, you worship the god too?
There is a way to save the Lord of the Dragovians from his madness. That is by defeating him in battle. When he falls, he will return to his human form, and to his senses, one would hope. As such, we convened a discussion to select a brave warrior from among our race to fight the Lord of the Dragovians in single combat. However, we reached the inevitable conclusion that in our present state, there are none among us strong enough to survive such a confrontation.
see. It would take powerful warriors indeed to overcome the strength of the Lord of the Dragovians, which makes these humans perfect for the task. Indeed, their valor has been acknowledged by none less than the godbird Imperia.
What's that look on Yangus's face? Yangus looks like he's just ready for he has the bloodlust. Yangus got killed in that cave twice. He wants to take out his rage on the world.
The godbird Imperia.
Yeah, don't mention how we got our asses kicked by the godbird Imperia. Yeah, he was with us. Yeah, this is Munchie.
Don't worry, I won't tell them about how you got your asses handed to you.
I hesitate to ask any more of you when you already journey under such a terrible burden. But before you confront Rapthorn, I would ask that you face the Lord of the Dragovians. Think of it as a personal request from me. Will you accept? I beg of you to reconsider.
Damn it, I ran in all those little spaces for you! I chased that lizard for you! I went into Jessica's room for you! I saved that guy! I moved those icicles for you!
This is a golden opportunity to rebuild the bridge between the societies of humans and Dragovians. The futures of both of our races lie in your hands. Now, can I count on your help? I had faith in you from the very start. Simply hearing that lifts my spirits immensely. Please, come to my home, where I will prepare a cheese banquet suitable for great heroes such as yourselves.
Yeah, basically that reminds me of that one scene in American Dad where basically Klaus switches bodies with Stan, and basically one of the first things he wants to do is just go for a swim. Yeah, now we can rob your house. Come on. I want to rob your house. Yeah, but how much you want to bet that basically it was a thing of just El Trio basically met up with basically Chen Mui's daughter. They had a thing, basically. They had a thing, the Dragovians didn't like it, they killed him with a rock, and then basically their union brought about our main hero.
Master Chen Mui, you finally returned. I have looked forward to this day.
Yeah, but if that is true, then that would subject our hero to a fate worse than death, being blood-related to Charmless.
Ah, yes. Thank you for watching over things in my absence. I brought some human guests with me today. I want you to make sure they are comfortable.
Guests from the human world? Do you mean one of them is Miss Chia's?
Why don't you begin preparing tonight's meal?
Of course, Master. A cheese banquet, I presume. I'll begin preparations right away.
Yeah, and if that theory...
Please, make yourselves at home.
Yeah, and if what I'm thinking is true, then that would basically mean that this entire time, basically, just our main hero, basically, my grandpa was a mouse in my pocket. Oh, you poor fool. Your house is gonna get robbed. I want to rob your cupboards.
What a spread, eh? I don't think I've ever eaten that much cheese in my whole life. Not that I'm complaining, mind. That was good grub. I'm just feeling a bit cozy round the old midriff.
That's Yangus, always thinking with his stomach. By the way, there's something about this Chen Mui fellow that sticks in my mind.
Frankly, at this point, Jessica, just all that's the only thing missing is if it would only the only thing that would make it more obvious that this guy's Munchie is if he wore a name tag that said, "Hello, my name is Munchie."
We only just met him today. How does he know so much about us?
Actually, I found the attitude of the elders even more bizarre. It was as if they'd known about you for a long time.
You reckon? I didn't notice nothing weird.
Yeah, of course Yankees wouldn't notice anything off, because in his mind, everyone knows about about us. Everyone knows about the Gov.
But if it's bugging you like, why don't you ask that old Chen What's-it bloke, eh?
You know, for once, I actually agree with you, Yangus.
I seriously doubt he'll spit out the truth there and then, but it can't hurt to try.
Do you have any idea why these people might know about you, Thwomp? You do? Then why didn't you tell us earlier? We wouldn't have wasted so much time thinking about it. I didn't think so. You said before that you don't remember much about your childhood.
Sorry, I had an actual yawn there. I've stuffed myself to the gills today, and now I'm just about ready to hit my bed. Ooh, there's nothing like a nice long kip after a belly o' grub. That was actually coincidental. I am serious. That was coincidental. Smashing. Sounds like Chen Mui was quite an important chap here, doesn't it? He and King Trode really go to show how you can't judge a book by its cover. Only difference is that I respect Chen Mui more. Why can't we unlock it? We have the anything key! The one house we can't rob. Yeah, this guy getting the double-decker. Meanwhile, where are all the other elders living? Yeah, what is angel cheese? Blessed by an angel. One of Munchie's favorites. Bestows protection under hot and cold for chunky cheese. Hey, Gov! It's a bit late to be going places, ain't it? I want to go on the deck. I want to see his deck. Sorry. The room you're staying in once belonged to Chen Mui's only daughter, Zia. She was a curious and adventurous girl. One day she decided to go and see the world of humans for herself. When Chen Mui noticed she was missing, he immediately set off to find her and bring her home. By the time he located his daughter, she had already fallen in love with a human. His name was Eltrio, and he was a prince in the world of humans. I remember the name of his kingdom, but I do recall it having a certain tradition. The men there give a ring with a special jewel saying to their betrothed. Miss Zia returned to the Dragovian Sanctuary with just such a ring on her finger. Oh my gosh, it's becoming more and more likely that basically our guy's related to freaking Charmless. So in that case, all the more reason why we should be able to take the kingdom. We've got the Argonian heart. We've got the bloodline. We have all the pieces. Okay. One of Munchie's favorites, attention raising cheese. So possibly like a temporal of tension. Though it's kind of funny how I never even used Munchie's cheese on Munchie.
On the path to the Dragovian Sanctuary lies an old grave. It belongs to Eltrio, the human who promised his heart to Miss Zia. It appears that he attempted to follow his beloved from the world of humans all the way to the Dragovian Sanctuary, but the road here is long and fraught with perils. He died just before reaching the end of his journey. I'd never seen Miss Zia so sad as the day she heard the news. She passed away not long after. Even now, Master Chen Mui deeply regrets his decision to split their relationship asunder.
But then again, I mean, basically, just you take one look at the family, just Clavius's family. I mean, hey, we don't know what Eltrio's Eltrio's parents were like. For all we know, or worse yet, what was Clavius like? What if Clavius was basically just what if Clavius was the charmless of his era? Chen Mui, he took one look at that, he was like, no, 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 no!
You look like there's something on your mind. Come on, out with it then. I see you're curious as to how we seem to know so much about you, Thwomp. Well, that's hardly surprising, but I'm going to have to ask you to wait. For the moment, I'd like you to focus on the matter at hand. That is, bringing the Lord of the Dragovians back to his senses and saving the Dragovian Sanctuary. When you have completed that task, I promise I'll answer each and every one of your questions.
How much you want to bet it's a cheese recipe? It's a book entitled Bustiers I Have Known. My lifelong obsession with bustiers has led me to spend many years in search of the ultimate specimen, the divine bustier. Thanks to the miracle of alchemy, my dream has finally come true. The recipe is simple. All you have to do is combine a shimmering dress with, I can't go and give away all my secrets now, can I? Bustier lovers, if you read this book, use the clue that I have given you to create your own divine bustier. After all, where's the fun in me just telling you? I'm praying that someone with the same dedication I showed is now reading these words. Okay. Yeah, basically, Jessica. And no wonder Munchie always went after me in the night. Okay. But anyways, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you'd like to be a like, subscribe, comment, share, do as you want. But I'll see you next time. Bye.